Should I relocate to the UK via the school route or via the skilled worker route? These are burning questions that a lot of you have. A lot of you are wondering, should I go via the school route? Should I go via the skilled worker route? Which one is going to be a lot easier for me? Well, in this video, I'm going to be telling you the realistic truth about both parts of migration. I'm going to be helping you unpack the truth and also going to be letting you know which I think, in my own opinion, is best for you. So please ensure that you watch this video to the end, because we are about to learn a lot on this video. So guys, let's get into it. Guys, to another great video. Guys, actually this is our first content, and I really want to welcome you guys very specially. My name is Ayobami and this is Realities with Ayo. In today's video, we're going to be talking about, should I relocate to the UK via the skilled worker route or via the student route? Which one is going to be best for me? In my own opinion, I'm going to be telling you which is best for you. But before then, guys, I would like to please implore you guys to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Guys, please, let's grow this channel together. We just started and we need a lot of subscribers. We need a lot of people to get on board so that we can all learn together and grow together as a community. So guys, subscribe to the channel, like, and you can also drop your comment below. You can, so that other people can learn from it. Guys, let's jump right into the video. So guys, the UK has been really generous with their migration, from I think 2019, up until dates. They've been really generous with the way they are granting their visas, the student visa, the healthcare, skilled worker visa, health and care visa, so they've been really generous, and a lot of people have been taking advantage of this opportunity to relocate to the UK. However, a lot of you guys used to ask, because I've seen this question a lot of times, I myself have been asked this question a lot of time: which should I use to relocate to the UK? Should I use the skilled worker route, or should I just generally use the student visa, which seems a lot easier than the skilled worker route? Which one should I use? That's why I'm here to help you guys and tell you guys my own opinion. But before then, I would just really like to let you, for those that don't know, I'd like to really explain this route to you guys, so that you guys can better understand. For those that don't know, I'm sure most of you already know much more about this route. But for those that don't know, I would really like to explain kind of deeply what this route entails. Now, for the student route, this is when you get an admission into the university. You pay your part payment for your tuition. Your university issues you with something called the CAS, which is the certificate of acceptance for studies, and then you apply for your visa. You get your visa, and then you move to the UK. That's for the student route. The skilled worker route entails when you get a job with an employer in the UK, and the employer offers you, gives you an offer and gives you the certificate of sponsorship, which is the COS. You apply for your visa, and then you move to the UK. So now you know what both routes entails. This is where the video gets very realistic. Now I'm going to be sharing my own, or giving my own opinion about both routes, and if I were the routes that I'm going to use, I am going to be sharing it right now. So guys, in my own opinion, well, I don't, the student route is a no for me. In my own opinion, guys, please remember a quick disclaimer: I'm not an immigration advisor. This is just my own personal opinion, and from my own personal experiences, that's what I'm sharing. I'm not an immigration advisor. Yeah, that's just a quick disclaimer right there. So in my own opinion, guys, the student route is a no for me. And I have three strong uh, points to prove this. Three strong points to prove this, and I really like you to just pay attention and listen, and make sure you watch this video to the end so that you don't miss anything and you don't miss valuable information, because I'm very sure you that are watching this video, you might be wondering, which route should you go via, so that's why I'm here now. So number one is peace of mind and settling easy. Now, I've seen a lot of stories, I've heard a lot of stories where people that came to the UK via the student route, it is always difficult for them to settle down at first. A lot of them always end up in Airbnbs or hotels, looking for accommodations, always very difficult, especially when they are a family of 4, family of 3, family of 5. Sometimes I just wonder why family of 5, they just come straight into the UK without no proper planning, because the student visa is kind of easy to get and they've got money, they get the visa and they come and then they start to stay in Airbnbs or hotel for a long period of time trying to sort out accommodation. It is always very difficult. Plus, you still have to go to school, you have to look for accommodation, you have to look for a job and all of that to support yourself, support the family. I even think those that come with their families, is still kind of a bit okay, because you have your wife, especially those that come as partners, just strictly partners. That's still very much okay, because your partner can just start looking for a job quickly while you face your studies, and then that might still help you settle down a bit quicker than those that come with all their family members, their kids and all of that. It is always very difficult. You've got to look for accommodation. I think the worst is those that even come on their own, because you've not paid your part you've not completed your school fees. You only made your part payment. You have to pay maybe up to 50% or 65% upon enrollment. You're looking for a job to support yourself. You're just somebody that just hustled your way from back home to raise money to pay for your part payment, and then you're able to get your cars, and then you got your visa and all of that, and then you are stranded in an hotel. You don't know where to go. You are burning money in Airbnb. So that peace of mind is not always there. It's not always there. I've seen a lot of people whereby they sleep in churches because they've run out of cash. They've got to leave the hotel or Airbnb. There's no one to take them in, no family member, no friends, or even if they've got friends, it's not in the city where their school is. It's always very difficult. They start to go to churches to get help. That's the peace of mind right there. There's no peace of mind. It is always tension here and there. You can't even focus. They're trying to raise, the balance of your school fees. It is always difficult. So that's where I said there's no peace of mind, and the settling down it doesn't come easy. As opposed to if you got a job from back home as a skilled worker, once you get to the UK, your employer is helping you to settle down properly, because they've marked to 1 month maintenance. They give you accommodation where you can stay for 1 month. A lot of things can happen in 1 month. There are even some employers that would tell you, okay, we can help you after we've sorted you, where we've accommodated you for about a month. We can act as reference for you to get your own apartment. We can do we can stand as a guarantor for you, so you can see the transitioning is very easy. It gets very easy. You don't even need to worry, because once you are arriving in the country, you are going straight to the accommodation that your employer has found or has provided for you. It's always a lot easier than you coming in as a student and you don't even know where to go. You start to stay in hotels. It is always extremely difficult. So in my own opinion, I just think you don't get that peace of mind coming in through school. You don't get that peace of mind, and then eventually when you finally get a place as a student here, You get a place as a student, and then you are doing your thing. Everything is going on well. You've cleared your tuition, or you are almost clearing your tuition. You've got a place. You've got a job. Student visa only lasts for 1 year, depending on your program. Your program can maybe 1 year, where once you are granted the visa, you get 1 year and 4 months on your visa. Or if your program is 2 years, you get 2 years and 4 months. So for those that are on a 1 year 4 month visa, once your 1 year is almost up, the tension comes up again. Then you are running helter skelter, because your student visa cannot let you stay in this country. The only thing that can let you stay in this country is a tier 2 visa. So you need to switch to a skilled worker job. So I mean, when you know that you still need to switch to the skilled worker route, then I don't know. I mean, there are some people that the reason why they're coming into the UK is solely to further their education, which is fine. That is fine. You can come in, do your masters, if you know that your intentions is to go back to your own country to, make use of your degree that you've gotten here. But if your intention is to japa solely, I don't think the student route is for you. What I would advise you is just put in the work, because there are a lot of people are getting jobs from back home. Put in the work, apply to these companies. There are a lot of people that have gotten jobs and they've relocated to the UK and everything came easy. Other than you coming through the student route, start to just give yourself unnecessary pressure. You get pressured at the beginning, then you settle down, and then your visa is about to expire, and then you start to feel pressurized again, because you need to switch. Because if you don't switch to the skilled worker route, you are going back home. So what's the essence in the first place? My other point is expensive. To go via the school route, via the student visa route, is always expensive, because you've got to pay for your tuition, which sometimes may cost 18,000, 16,000, 14,000 pounds. It is a lot of money. To be honest, it is a lot of money. As I said earlier, for those that their aim is to further their education, it is a good investment. Trust me, it is a good investment. So far, you are going back to your own country and you are going to use that degree. It is a good investment. Trust me. But if your aim is to japa, as I've said, it does not make sense for you to spend that amount of money, and then you get here, and then you now still need to switch. You can't even stay. It is a lot of money to spend. The visa fee is also expensive, because you've got to pay for IHS, you've got to pay for this, you've got to pay for your visa fee. It is always expensive, and then you still now need to get here and then start to stay in Airbnbs, hotels, for some people a month, for some people even more. So the cost is on the high side, as opposed to coming in as a skilled worker. The care visa, which is also under the skilled worker, it only costs about £245 to get the visa. The IHS is free. Once you get here, your employer is providing you with free accommodation. It is a lot cheaper. Just compare 1,000 plus for the student visa and 200 plus for the skilled worker visa with free IHS. Which would you go for? Just only if you could put in the work to get to apply and get this job. You will be saving yourself a whole lot of pounds. Trust me, because that 16,000 that you want to burn in the university, if you keep that money, it's going to help you a lot once you get here. You could have a lot of money in your savings, as opposed to you, burning about 16,000 for your tuition and then burning money in hotels, Airbnbs, and all of that. In my own opinion, guys, I think it is really, really expensive. And then after you're done with your studies, because you are already almost running out of your visa, and then you start to panic and what do I do? Then you move, because you are not getting And guys, to be honest, yeah, a lot of people that come in through this the student visa route, to be honest and to be realistic, because on this channel we are always going to be realistic about things. We're going to be factual about things. We're not going to be sugarcoating anything. We're going to be saying it as it is. A lot of people just don't study courses that make sense. A lot of people, you see somebody still doing masters in wind management. You see some people doing masters in waste management. You see some people doing some courses that just because they just want to relocate to the UK, that doesn't even tally with what they've been doing from back home, or that doesn't even just make sense. You see some people doing masters in childhood and and all of that. Masters in primary 3. I don't know. It's just it doesn't make sense. And after you are done with this, your masters, after you are done with it, the chances that you get a job, a skilled worker job, a tier 2 job in that field is highly unlikely. Even those that are doing good courses, that are doing maybe masters in data analytics and all of that, it is still always extremely difficult for them to get a sponsored job. They could get a job, but the job might not come sponsored, and that cannot help you, because you need to get a sponsored job to be able to stay in this country. So if your plan is to japa, you feel me? Your plan is to japa, and you can't get a job after your studies and all of that, and then you are now panicking. The next thing for you is to go and get what's it called, post study, and then you get the post study, which costs another, which is also very expensive. I mean, for one person, the post study costs almost £2,000, roughly £2,000. So imagine if a family of 4, that's 8,000. A family of 10, 10,000. How much have you even saved? How much have you saved for 1 year? You can't even have saved up to 10,000 if you are just a single person coming here. If you are a family of 4, family of 5, 10,000 is a lot of money, because you've got bills to pay. You've got family back home that you've got to assist and all of that. So 10,000 is a lot of money to save within 1 year. There are some people that they work their body, they work themselves out just to be able to save money and all of that. Then train all that money towards the post study. It's, in my own opinion, I don't think it makes a lot of sense, because I mean, you then get the post study for 2 years. You are still looking, because the aim of the post study is to help you get a sponsored job at the end of the day. So why don't you just get the skilled worker job in the beginning? Why don't you just get the skilled worker job in the beginning? So you've spent about 16,000 for tuition, you've burnt money, you've done all of that, then you now go to spend another 2,000 for post study. It's a lot of money, guys, as opposed to you just getting the job from back home and coming here. You're not spending a dime. The only dime there. Even some companies will even pay everything, including visa, flight, and everything. They pay you. They pay for you. So you're not even spending a dime. You're not spending a dime, as opposed to you spending almost 20,000. I'm always so sorry for families of 4, 5, 6, and they opt out for post study. No, don't opt out for post study. It is expensive. You still need to switch. To that skilled worker job. I even see some people who say, no, I don't want to do care, because, to be honest, guys, care is the easiest way for you to remain in this country. And we are going to discuss that in another video anyway, but care is the easiest way for you to remain in this country. A lot of people say, I don't want to do care. I can't come and be doing care. No, I can't come out. But why then? Why do you want to jackpot? Why do you want to come? Why don't you just stay back home? You don't want to do care, but you want to come to the UK. It is difficult. It's going to be difficult for you to get a skilled job in whatever you did in your master's degree in this country. To be honest, guys, to be very, very realistic, it's going to be difficult, except you are a genius. When you did your dissertation, you got a standing ovation and all of that. That is only when you might be able to get maybe a sponsored job in whatever field that you must have studied in your master's here. But if you just did your school and you came out with good grades and all of that, it is always going to be difficult for you to get a skilled worker job in that field. And then you now need to resolve back to, getting care and all of that. So for me, it is really expensive. Paying your tuition, then going through other stress, and then going to pay another extra 2,000 for post-study, especially when you're a family of 4, family of 5. No, that's a no-no. It is a no-no, guys, So it takes me to my third and final point, which is everybody, the main reason why you're coming here is to stay, is to remain in this country. That's the reason why everybody's coming to this country. You want to be able to stay and then maybe get your indefinite leave to remain, and then eventually become maybe a British citizen. That's the aim of most people, I guess. But I mean, if you are coming on the student visa, you've not even started your journey yet. You've not started taking your steps yet, because it doesn't even count towards your indefinite leave to remain, because you've got to spend at least 5 years on a skilled worker visa to be eligible to apply for indefinite leave to remain, which is the ILR. So if you are coming here as a student, you're coming to this country as a student, you've not even started your journey. If you are on a 2 years, what's it called? If you're on a 2 years visa, your 2 years doesn't count towards your steps to getting your ILR. Then you go for post-study another 2 years, and then you are about to run out your 2 years. Then maybe you now get a sponsored job. That's 4 years already. It still doesn't count towards your indefinite leave to remain in this country. But the moment you get your skilled worker visa and you step into this country, that first day is your first step to getting your ILR. That first day is your first step to getting your ILR. So imagine someone that has spent 4 years on student visa plus post-study, and you spent 4 years on a skilled worker visa, you then spend extra 1 year, and then you become eligible to apply for your indefinite leave to remain. And then the student now eventually gets a tier 2 job and then switches to skilled worker. You would have become a British citizen already. The person would just be about 2 years into their own indefinite leave to remain, and they must have even spent about 6 years. You feel me? Because 2 years for school, 2 years for post-study, for example, and then they now eventually switched, and then they've started their skilled worker job. Then they still need about 5 years. So which means they will stay 9 years in this country to achieve the ILR, whereby you as a skilled worker would stay 5 years to achieve your ILR. So I mean, it's just a longer route. It's a longer route to take. I mean, the student visa is a longer route to take, So guys, make your decision properly. That's why I'm here to tell you the reality. Make your decision properly. Remember, guys, I'm not an immigration advisor. I'm just saying this based off of my own opinion and experience. Your own your decision is up to you. Whatever you want to do is up to you. I'm only here to help you guys and tell you guys the realities about moving to the UK. If you should, via the student visa or via the skilled worker route, in my own opinion, the student visa is a no-no for me, guys. It's a no-no for me. With all the points that I've given you, just think about it. Think about it. Peace of mind and settling down easy. Think about it. Expenses. It is really expensive. The student visa is really expensive. Think about it. It doesn't even count towards your indefinite leave to remain in this country. Think about it. If your intentions is to jackpot into this country, then I don't think the student visa is for you. What I think is for you is to just try and put in the work. There are a lot of people that is getting this job. There are a lot of people getting job from back home, and they are coming into into the UK, and they are settling down well. They're doing well. They're doing fine. So just try and put in the work. Try and apply, get the job, and come. Which I think is the best option in my own opinion. So guys, I hope I've been able to help you guys see the realities about both routes, and I hope that you make the best decision what is good for you. You know, some of you, the student route might be your best opinion, your best decision. You know, that's up to you. You know, I'm just here to tell you which I feel, in my own opinion, is the best. And with the points that I've laid out for you guys, I hope that you'll be able to make a better decision, or a better informed decision about which route to go. You know, and guys, I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. Once again, this is our first video, and I really want to thank you guys for sticking with me to the end. Guys, please, if you think, you know, if you want to, you know, drop your comment, you can drop it below. You can just tell me what you think. You know, would you rather come via the student route regardless, or would you try and put in the work and get a job as a skilled worker and come into this country via the skilled worker route? Drop your comment below, guys. I really want to hear from you guys. I really want us to have this conversation. Guys, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, guys. My name is Ayobami, and this has been Realities with Ayo, guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in our next video. Till then, guys, it is peace, love, and light. See you guys.